you guys, this is Liz James. I'm the Oily Farm Girl, pharmacist by day, farm girl by night and weekend. And I was going to explain the difference between the BLM and the Agilease, the new Agilease that came out at convention. The BLM had a small amount of manganese, a small amount of potassium, glucosamine sulfate, type 2 collagen, MSM, Idaho balsam fir, wintergreen, and clove. The new Agilease has frankincense, the Boswellia sacra, calcium fructoborate, turmeric, piperine or black pepper extract, collagen, the denatured type 2, glucosamine sulfate, hyaluronic acid, wintergreen, copaiba, clove, and black spruce. And I'm really excited about the new additions and the changes. And I'm just going to do a little explaining. So the Agilease, first of all, do your own research. Look up the ingredients and do your own research, especially on PubMed.gov. The frankincense, the Boswellia sacra, majorly supports the skeletal system, including assisting in rebuilding of bones, disc, and cartilage. The key constituents include alpha-pinene and beta-pinene. Basically, those are constituents that you go from ouch, ouch, ouch to that feels good. Again, do your research on that. I've noticed in the pharmacy that some well-known OTC joint health brands are starting to add lesser-known frankincense to their ingredient list, which I think is interesting and also kind of cool. But none of them have access to the sacra like we do, so it's definitely a benefit to the product. The second thing, the calcium fructoborate. Boron is a trace mineral that is vital to our good health. It's a plant-based boron. I've heard stories of people who believe that they are boron deficient, and there are people online who suggest to other people to use borax, which you get in the cleaning supply section, and dose themselves. Do not do that. It is not a good idea. We are, however, frequently deficient in boron. This is simply because the current farming practices, the commercial farming practices, are the fertilizer that they use is binding the boron, and it's not ending up in our food the way that it should. Hallmarks of boron deficiency may include abnormal metabolism of calcium and magnesium, which can lead to all sorts of bone health issues, hyperthyroidism, sex hormone imbalances, osteoporosis, arthritis, and neuronal malfunctions. We need it, folks, and we're not getting it in our food the way we used to, or the way we should be. Turmeric. Turmeric is one of the most researched spices today. Literally thousands of studies have been done on this spice. Why? Because more than 30 years ago, scientists acknowledged that the incidence of chronic illness and inflammation was much lower in India than in Western countries, countries that consumed almost no turmeric or cumin in their diets. Do your research on this spice. It's been found to be a powerful antioxidant. I know we say antioxidant, but what does that mean? So, rust in a car is the result of an oxidative process. The same thing happens in our bodies, on our joints, in our blood vessels. It happens everywhere, in our brain. When you have a rusty car, it eventually will fall apart. When you have a rusty hinge, the door won't open and shut very easily. Think of the Tin Man in Wizard of Oz. When the Tin Man was not oiled properly, he wasn't moving. That's you guys can figure that out on your own. So oxidation causes chronic low-grade inflammation, which will affect every single system in our bodies. Oxidation is the result of being exposed to pollution, chemicals, all kinds of things, but pollution, especially how we eat. I'm including that in pollution. Maybe someday I'll do video on turmeric. It's found in Master Formula and in Agilease. The next one is the black pepper extract, or piperine, which is a constituent black pepper extract. It's much like frankincense, in that black pepper was considered a rich man's spice back in the day. It has many health benefits of its own, but it's widely known to magnify or enhance the effects of other herbal supplements. There are loads of studies on this spice, specifically on the constituent piperine, Piperine. Please do your own research, as health benefits are not just limited to improving ease of movement, okay? Collagen, the undenatured type. There's an important study, actually there are several, but there's an important study on PubMed.gov. It's such an important ingredient to support joint health. Even if you're not a researcher, take a look at the studies that have been done on this ingredient. I'm going to be a spoiler here and quote the final line of one abstract. Undenatured type 2 collagen treated subjects showed significant enhancement in daily activities, suggesting an improvement in their quality of life. As a side note, collagen tends to come from the bones of chicken, and I believe that's the case in this particular collagen. So if you have somebody who's strictly vegan, don't freak them out. Just let them know, and they probably won't want to take it, but that's their loss. Glucosamine sulfate. This is another ingredient that was also in BLM, and an important one at that. I would be surprised if you hadn't heard of it. It is found in almost all pharmacies in the joint health section. It's a compound that is naturally found in the body, straight glucosamine. It is used by the body to produce a variety of other chemicals that are involved in building tendons, ligaments, cartilage, and the thick fluid, the synovial fluid that surrounds the joints. Joints are cushioned by the fluid and cartilage that surrounds them. In some people, the cartilage breaks down and becomes thin. This results in more joint friction, pain, and stiffness. The glucosamine in Agilease supports joint health and bone health. We've been using this particular ingredient in our personal dog's food for several years, and with great results. I mean, so when I say several, I mean probably, I don't know, maybe 15 years at least. Hyaluronic acid. This is another great addition to Agilease. I was happy to see it added. It's similar to a substance that also occurs naturally in the joints. It works by acting like a lubricant and a shock absorber to the joints, helping the joints work properly. Again, do your research. Lots of studies out there. Again, and also in the past, this is almost always derived from chicken. So it's another vegan FYI. Wintergreen. Y'all should already know about Young Living's Wintergreen. It's a powerhouse for supporting joint health by providing relief from rusty feeling joints and from musculoskeletal support, especially when we overdo it. It's also an oil that's found in the blends Pan Away, Deep Relief, and the OrthoEase Massage, to name a few. A word of caution, folks on blood thinners should probably not be using the Agilease or the BLM without their doctor's permission. Wintergreen has a constituent that acts a lot like aspirin, the methyl salicylate. Copaiba is another addition. It's one of my personal faves. I was happy to see this added to the ingredient list. It has so many stellar qualities, but in this case, clearly the focus is the effects that a major constituent, beta-caryophyllene. Okay. When I was in pharmacy school, the only way I could make it through pharmacy school probably was these little mnemonics that I gave myself. So beta-caryophyllene, you got your B team, not your A team, you got your B team. And the B team goes out and carries Eileen off the field. Why do they carry Eileen off the field? Because she's hurt. Beta-caryophyllene, beta-caryophyllene, carry Eileen off the field. Maybe you'll remember that, and every time you see beta-caryophyllene, you'll know somebody had to carry Eileen off the field. Anyway, the B team carries Eileen off the field. I would encourage you to all do a little research on beta-caryophyllene if you haven't already. That you can find that in your books. Clove is another oil that's carried over from BLM. I wish I had time to talk about all the virtues of each of these oils, but in the spirit of time, we're focusing on those benefits fitting of Agilease. That said, clove has three main constituents: eugenol, eugenyl acetate, and our friend on the field, beta-caryophyllene. Black spruce. It appears that black spruce took over Idaho blue spruce's spot from BLM. They're very similar oils, and hopefully this means that Young Living has plenty of black spruce coming our way. That would be great news for my fellow Valor lovers. Spruce oil in general is great for supporting the immune system, the respiratory system, the endocrine system, and the musculoskeletal system, and other systems too. So there you go. BLM is being phased out. Agilease is taking its place. If you were making note of the changes from BLM to Agilease, you might have noticed that MSM was omitted in this formulation. I've always felt that BLM should be paired with sulfurzyme anyway. I wish that they'd make little packets, in fact. But now I think, I definitely think that if somebody's on Agilease, they should really look at being on sulfurzyme too. MSM is an integral part, a puzzle piece to optimal wellness and prime body function, and it is the prime ingredient of sulfurzyme. So if you have some serious work to do on achieving wellness in the function department, in the mechanical function department of your body, I would strongly consider adding both Agilease and sulfurzyme to your daily regimen. I'm excited about Agilease, and I'm looking forward now to using up my hoard of BLM. Yeah, I hoarded BLM. I'm going to admit it. Don't judge me. And start hoarding Agilease instead. Hey, I saved for a rainy day. That's it for me. Liz James, Oily Farm Girl. See you in the garden. Bye.